Hello, and welcome to the YouTube channel An American Professor. In this video, we're going to be continuing our tutorial series on OSINT, and we will be discussing EXIF data, that is metadata associated with images. So I'm going to be unveiling a new world to you about EXIF data and how you can use EXIF data to geolocate photos. So a bit of an introduction to EXIF data. Every time you snap a photo with your digital camera or smartphone, you're not just capturing a moment, you're also embedding a treasure trove of information within the image. This information is known as EXIF data, that is exchangeable image file format, EXIF data, a standard that specifies the formats for images, sound, and ancillary tags used by digital cameras and other systems. Among this rich seam of data lies a key to another dimension of your image. That is, it can contain its geographical location, encoded as latitude and longitude coordinates, but only if your device's location settings are enabled. Importance of latitude and longitude in EXIF data. Imagine being able to pinpoint the exact location where a photo was taken, just from the image itself. That's the power of latitude and longitude data and EXIF information. It's not just a tool for photographers to remember where they captured a scene. It's invaluable for travel bloggers showcasing their global journeys, photojournalists documenting events or even incidents out in the field, researchers cataloging field data, or even law enforcement agencies when they need to document incidents or crimes. There's a number of tools available for extracting EXIF data. To unlock this information, you need the right tools. Programs like EXIF tool have quite a big high barrier to entry, but I'm going to overview that one first and then get into the simpler tools. So EXIF tool, meta information reader writer, you can see it has its own GitHub with a nice README that explains all the dependencies of this tool. So you need Perl, and you may ask, what is Perl? Perl is a high-level general-purpose interpreted dynamic programming language similar to Python, but obviously not as popular anymore. So that's one of the dependencies of EXIF tool. And so EXIF tool, it says, is a customizable set of Perl modules plus a full-featured command line application for reading and writing meta information in a wide variety of files, including for many different digital camera manufacturers such as Canon, FLIR, HP, Kodak, etc. You can see there's quite a number of file types supported. That's everything from PNGs to JPEG and a number of other recognizable file types and others not so recognizable. Moving along, EXIF data here. So running it, it has a section that describes how to run it. So you can see this approach is a little bit more complicated and cumbersome for those without any programming skills or command line experience. You have to use makefile. You have to make sure you have all the dependencies before you have this tool, but it's not too bad of a setup. It explains it all in here. So back to a simpler world. I mentioned this command line tool, EXIF tool, but there's a simpler tool to use that's web-based, and you can easily check for latitude and longitude coordinates using this tool, which I'll show you. You can simply upload an image to it, and it'll read off all of the available EXIF data, and that may or may not include GPS coordinates. So I tested this tool with an image I got from Google Images of a small park in London. You can see what it read off. You got the file name, the file size, the file type, the image size, but you can see that this photo does not include location data. That is, they can't find where it was taken. Bummer. So some images will come with that information, some will not, but you can use that simple tool, which I laid right here, is called Online EXIF Data Viewer, to check for that information. So if you're investigating a crime and you happen to have an image or photos posted online, you may be able to find where that crime occurred or that incident occurred by running that image through this tool and checking for the GPS coordinates. You can also upload it from a URL. That's simple, just to drag and drop the image in there and see the results. It's very easy to use web-based tool. So this tool is appropriate for investigators who are not that skilled in programming languages and do not know how to use the terminal. Once you have the latitude and longitude data, what's next? These coordinates can be entered into mapping software like Google Maps or Bing Maps to reveal the photo's location, as I alluded to. For example, on Google Maps, you just need to enter the coordinates in the search bar, and voila, you're virtually standing at the location where the photo was taken. So we're going to run through an example of that right now. You take these coordinates right here, you drop it in to Google Maps, and you press enter, and turns out that's the coordinates for the Empire State Building in New York City, a historical landmark. And then you can use Google Maps to look around, look at the street, look at the building, get your bearings for the scene, and inspect that EXIF data that you may have extracted from an image. This practical application, an example, demonstrates the potential of EXIF data in uncovering hidden stories behind photographs. Keep in mind any privacy considerations. While the ability to geolocate images can be fascinating and useful, it's crucial to address any privacy concerns. Sharing images with EXIF data can unintentionally reveal your location, posing a risk. It's important for individuals to be aware of this, especially when sharing photos on social media. Conversely, this also means you should respect others' privacy and be cautious about sharing images that aren't your own or that might compromise someone's privacy. In conclusion, EXIF data, particularly geographic coordinates within that EXIF data, opens up a new world of possibilities for understanding and interacting with photographs. Whether you're a curious photographer, a globe-trotting traveler, or a professional researcher, understanding how to extract and use this data can add a rich layer of context to your visual stories. However, with great power comes great responsibility, so always be mindful of privacy considerations when handling images with EXIF data. Thank you, and have fun using these tools. I will see you in the next video.